I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity. What? Limit my options? Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he will let me borrow her room key. Okay, Byakuya, darling. Hey, Byakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at a class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You are the prime suspect after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may go with you. Or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay then, in the meantime I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Ooh, that one area. Kann ich die Karte bitte benutzen, dann bin ich schneller. Ja, ich kann die Karte benutzen, dann bin ich schneller. Tock, 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 tock. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here. I just found something. What is this? It's what? A bomb. There is one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. Bomb? And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about it. The fragments I found in the garden. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. That was fast. That was fast and furious. Byakuya, darling! Come on, guys! Bia, würdest du bitte? You think you can go soon, Byakuya? You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Ah, wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Also, machst du die Tür auf? Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole and then... And it's open. Looks like it. Thanks. So, this is Kyoko's room. There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration. What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that. But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to... The dojo? Kann ich schon wieder gehen? Hey, I think it would be wise to look around a bit more. Okay, okay, ist ja gut. Sei mal nicht so ein Spielverderber. Hier ist das Badezimmer. Ich wollte gerade nicht liegen.
Oi.
Ich muss mal kurz Luft holen, deswegen kann ich gerade nicht vorlesen. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete? Oh, I know. Early Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this? Consider it a symbol of determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. Kann ich schuppern? Ja, ich schupper den Schatz. Ja, ja, genieße es. Genieße es. Schatz, enjoy it. So. Huch, ich habe aus Versehen auf Auto gedrückt. Ich wollte nicht auf Auto drücken. Scheiße, weil man die Katze krault nebenbei. Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened. So open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. It was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets. That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? Hallo, Bett! But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class 78 Student Registry. Mukuro Ikusaba. It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. It's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you are so annoying! Fine! I'll tell you it was a key and... beep! That's it! This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgence. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex female. The ultimate soldier. Also small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on a vacation in Europe, she disappears. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information and she was never found. Hello. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. The ultimate soldier. A mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fiction. Sci-fi. Sci-fiction. But there is no way to even compare the two. Ja, Schatz? Willst du mal Hallo sagen? Nö, will er nicht. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person, but then I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it? The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. but they do have their uses and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. Ach verdammt, falsche Stimme schon wieder. I have to say I'm intrigued. Every rumor I have heard says that Fenrir has already...
Ah, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero.
It's you!
What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh, you found her profile.
So what if we did?
Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either. Even so, she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll track her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You are quite adamant about those regulations of yours.
Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself.
Oh, so you are saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Absolutely! I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Interesting?
It's about the one writing all the rules. They are actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that. When you all first got together in the main hallway back when there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all.
Misunderstanding? Are you saying?
That's right! There weren't actually 15 of you. The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16.
16? Then...
戦場の黒この学園に潜む16人目の高校生超高校級の絶望と呼ばれる女子高校生
Und Monokuma behauptet jetzt mal ganz dreist, er habe nicht versucht, das zu verbergen. Ganz am Anfang, beim First Class Trial, wurde er gefragt, warum es 16 Sitze im Klassengericht gibt. Und er meinte nur so, ja, das ist halt so, damit es besser aussieht, getreu dem Motto. Also demnach, er hat es ja doch versucht, irgendwo zu verbergen, aber halt sehr schlecht. Und jetzt, wo die Katze aus dem Sack ist, warum weiter rumlügen, ne? Ne, Monokuma. Ne, Skippy, Monokuma hat eiskalt gelogen. Blöde Sau, ey. The 16th student, Mokuro Ikusaba. She's part of the school life. So the one making all the regulations is... Why?
Did you say something?
Why are you telling us this?
Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know? Make sense? Okay, that's all you got for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge?
I want to get back that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I gonna share a little secret with ya.
Seriously?
You know how she wears those stupid clothes day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of fighter scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
What?
Okay, now that's all you get.
Oh, seit wann nehmen wir Monokumas Zeugenaussagen? Kyoko wears those clothes to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand... the tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those clothes to hide the scars? Which means... those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh? Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. This trap? God must really have hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mokuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mokuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mokuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mokuro is related to the case? Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mokuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began. But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind. Mokura Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? He thought Mokuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point. Mokuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense than to assume that Mokuro isn't the culprit. So, that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mokuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, if Mokuro isn't the killer, then who is it? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected. Well, are you coming? Rojo! 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 Da fehlt doch was! There are wooden lockers here. They use wood block keys, just like those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of the lockers. Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right? That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right? Well, just try it. Okay. I took out the wood block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock and... Surprise! Surprise! The locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they are made of titanium, which means they are quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow they are nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wetted up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain? If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. Duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong? It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room? Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on the next, onto the next location. Huh? What next location? There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuru was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Research? Are you talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have to access. Ja, ein Glück. We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to the shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand. Ja, dann rück mal rüber, Alter. Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I accept you to repay your debt 100 times over. Okay, Byakuya, you're the boss. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into an enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many states' secret they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group and they simply imploded. What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting? Definitely isn't a word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, Would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they are a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could it mean Okuro Ikusaba's profile has been updated? Bum, bum.
時間はありとあらゆる生物、物質、現象に地味ですが確実な攻撃を浴びせ続けているのです。僕らは少しずつ着実にダメージを負っている。そのことをもっと自覚するべきなのです。というわけで時間ですよ。じゃあお前らはいつもの場所にさっさと集合してください。うぷぷ、また後でね。
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. Okay. In der Regel würde ich jetzt sagen, bis zum nächsten Mal, aber da ich zu Silvester das Spiel endlich durchmachen will, machen wir heute den Class Trial. Ausnahmsweise. Wow. Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure out that out by this point? Makoto ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? Oh, bitte, Doku. Was für einen Film schiebst du denn hier? What? Are you jealous? Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something real to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10. What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet? Maybe he died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here or... Oh, what? Jesus! Did I scare you? I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You are the ones making me wait. Huh? I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? Huh? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've been waiting for you. Sorry, but you are wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'd arrange the punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look. I'm here, and no root's been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko! You are still alive! No, that's a ghost! Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right? But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late? I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You are so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there is no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. Now, I'll make sure you are sorry later.
Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of ya.
When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko?
So you really didn't die?
Of course I didn't die.
Thank God.
I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh?
He's right. Now we gotta deal with a ghost.
I told you, stop talking. Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long. I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Kyoko Schatz, darling? Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to get somewhere, didn't you? So I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor? There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out? Just now. I finished my research and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late. I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to? Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret jewel, which can open any lock in the door in the school. What? Hey! What are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma. We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just wanted to focus on surviving our current situation. Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? It's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So, why would she say it's a crucial moment for her? Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Dann lassen wir mal den Rest nicht warten. Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In the dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair.